What's up, my people? LJ Smith with Kalua Khan. Let's debate it. How you guys doing? Coming from my hotel room, I hear where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? You know, I had to handle some things out here. I had to do some work out here, man. So I'm out here, man. I'm really like on the borderline of Florida, like for real, like. And man, I tell you, it's very beautiful out here. The sun is always just gleaming, shining. I made a couple of rides, you know what I'm saying, out here, man. I even, you know what I'm saying, I touched the borderline and, you know what I'm saying, went to the beach and everything. Beautiful thing, man. It really is. It really, really, really is, man. For real. Sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you just got to go explore, man. Explore the world. Explore the nature. Just explore what God has to offer to us, right? Right? Like, for real. Like, I think so. I think we all should do that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we be so caught up in our little bubble that we don't even know what's out here, like, for us. We don't know what the world has to offer to us because we caught up in the bubble. For real, a lot of us haven't even went outside our state. I'm serious, man. For real, a lot of us. It's crazy. But what do we have here, right? So we see that Amber and Anthony are continuing on their counseling, and in this specific. But yeah, so like I was saying, you know, they starting to do their counseling. Amber and Anthony, they continuing on with their counseling, and you know, they are really digging deeper on how they feel and how they felt. They digging deeper on what happened prior to the marriages, and this stuff really matters. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I really don't like how Amber was reacting to Anthony's answer. This is a open. This is like an open, you know, this is where you can really just express yourself, put everything on the table. And she's just like, the way she's reacting is like, she's saying, oh, I don't want you to, you know, it's like she want to keep this over his head, which he did wrong, but she did wrong too, and she still is. Let's jump into it, y'all.
So I understand that it was very difficult for you to accept for what Anthony did with his infidelity and how it made you feel. And I also want to know from Anthony, is there anything that has happened in the relationship that has been challenging for you to deal with? Anything that you would like to express?
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
So I found out that Amber was sleeping with my business partner all the way up until the day we got married. And I get.
See, now that's what I was talking about, the reactions right there. Now, the counselor asked him a question. He answered it. You know what I'm saying? She just said, was there anything that kind of affected you in your relationships? You know what I'm saying? Like prior or in the marriage. And that's his answer. It affected him. It don't matter if he said if it gave him or not. Man, we don't, like, everybody know, men, we don't get over shit like that. We don't. We can dish it out, but we can't really take it. For real. We dish it out, but we can't take it. And just the way she's reacting, like she gotta understand, like, if you want to understand why he's doing some things and what affected him, she gotta be open to and understand and just let him get it out and put it on the table. Let's jump back into it.
Yes, I've been trying to suppress that. And try to move forward, but I still do business with this person. was like every time I would see him, I would see, it was just the images of them together. And I'm not saying I did that out of spite, but I don't know, maybe subconsciously it was something. But it was never my intent to do something like that. But you said this is an open forum for us to get everything out in the open. And yeah, it's...
Okay, so that's real. And Amber, I see a lot of facial expressions. Would you like to speak to how this has impacted him?
It feels like an excuse, to be honest. It feels like an excuse, Anthony. I mean, yes, I did my dirt. I'm responsible. I take accountability. I apologized. I apologized over and over, and he said that he forgave me. But clearly, he hasn't. Or maybe he's just using this to excuse his behavior. The difference between he and I was we weren't married. And I'm not saying that it was okay, but we weren't married. Once I took those vows, I have been committed to them ever since. Because I took those vows not only to him, but to God. I don't know what vows he took because he decided to cheat in the marriage, during the marriage. So, yes, I'm frustrated over that. If you couldn't have gotten over it, why didn't you just leave then? And nobody told you to stay in business with Wayne. Nobody told you to do that. So you wanted to do that because your money was more important to you. But to keep throwing it in my face, Anthony, it's just...
And I'm going to say this, right? I understand what she's saying. I do understand that. I do feel like, I'm going to be straight up with you, Anthony. Oh, Anthony, I'm going to be straight up with you, right? Anthony, as we fold the towel, right? Look, Anthony, look. As I fold the towel, right? Just like this, Anthony, right? Folding the towel, real nice and shit like that, right? We're going to fold it one more time, Anthony, right? Okay? Now, look, Anthony, look. She has a point, right? Because I don't like that either. I'm the same way. I don't like when someone says they forgive you and they don't forgive you. You know what I'm saying? They just saying if they just really in the moment. They just speaking momentarily, but really in actuality, in their heart, they don't really forgive you. You know what I'm saying? Because like forgiving really means moving on. You moving on past this. We're not bringing it up because if you bring it up, you can bring about old hurts and emotions. Now you bringing that up and you bring it and these old hurts and emotion comes about. Here comes another argument about the same thing that you supposedly got over. Real shit. So I get what she's saying. You know what I'm saying? But Amber, remember, this is an open forum. The lady asked him a question. This is time to put it on the table. Even if he didn't obviously forgive you, he's putting it on the table now that it still affects him. And he just said, I'm not saying I did that because I'm not saying I cheated on you with your best friend because of that. I'm just saying it affected me. So all I'm saying, Amber, is while you crossing your little legs and shit and trying to look all stern, look at her trying to look like stern, like she's some principal or some shit, right? Look at her little persona right now. And she messing with this white boy. She messing with this Spaniard. I'm going to tell y'all something. Some of these women will take things to their grave, and if they can hold stuff over your head, they'll hold it over your head to the day they die. Just to have one up on you. Because she's messing with this Spaniard. And Amber, look, after this, I'm finna go live because I want to ask the people what they think. Because I know Victor done got them guts. Hey, anybody in there, do y'all think Victor done got them guts right now? And he probably didn't put his little seed in you so he can have a little melanated baby. So we gonna talk about that, right? Because I see a lot of people expressing that. But let's jump back into this, y'all.
Would it have mattered if I'd have just done a bunch of dirt prior to I saying I do? So when you say I do, all your sins are washed clean?
No, when you say I forgive you.
Good point, Anthony.
When you say I forgive you.
Well, forgiveness
Good
is a
point,
process. It is a process, and it doesn't happen with the snap of a finger. And we also know that leading up to the marriage, you still were in a monogamous relationship, correct?
With all due respect, it's a process, not an excuse.
I'm not making an excuse.
You use it to make an excuse
No,
for your
I-
behavior.
I just said that I'm not making an excuse.
Amber, you can't tell him if he's making an excuse or not. You can't. You got Amber, number one, and I know you said you took accountability, but if y'all gonna do this counseling and put everything on the table, you have to now take accountability again, because y'all are in the process of trying to forgive one another and move forward. Right? You got to move forward or get focused or be another nigga that contour. Oh, did y'all hear them bars? Amber, you got to move forward or get focused or be another nigga that contour. Over y'all here, you know what I'm saying? Conceited. No, that's Hollow the Dun. Hollow the Dun. Fire. But yeah, never mind that. But yeah, Amber, you gotta really take accountability. The man is really expressing himself. He's really trying to move forward. No matter what it's for, I don't know what it's for, even if it's about his money, he's trying to move forward. So you gotta listen. And right now, it's out in the open that he messed with Shayla. So I don't think it's an excuse. I think he's just what he need to do. He really need to tell you what really happened. Let's jump back into it.
We said it was a safe space, and we wanted to get everything out. Unfortunately, a lot of times we sweep dirt under the rug, and the rug gets lumpy. So it's important that we get it all out in the open if it's still something that's bothering him.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Forget it.
That's a fact.
I get it.
So the road to forgiveness is what you're both challenged to take on. And are you open to being able to say that to one another, or just go through the process of really forgiving one another?
Yeah, I can't say that I'm there yet. I'm not going to say something I don't mean. Unlike Anthony.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. You know, and I understand everything going on. I understand Amber's situation, how she feel. You know, she really got hurt. Anthony really hurt her, and he did. He really did. I think it was really foul what he did. You know what I'm saying? But number one, he's still holding on to shit. He really need to tell Amber what really happened. How Shayla came over there. He was drunk. She knocked on the door. She took his manhood. Right, guys? She just raped the man and just took it. The man was full of alcohol. He need to really need to let her know what happened. If they really want to move forward, he really need to put everything on the table. And Amber, you ain't perfect, woman. Oh my God, this woman is talking to this man like she just Miss Perfect. This heifer over here going to Spain with this stranger. The man is setting her up. The man is setting this. He didn't set this heifer up. She talking to Anthony like she got it figured out. But on the other hand, she's getting goddamn she's getting manipulated by this goddamn white boy. This goddamn white boy that's trying to get a goddamn green card. He gonna put a baby in your little stupid ass, your little blonde, with your little blonde wig on. He gonna put a baby in you and become legal and probably move his other family here. You little stupid heifer. God darn. Listen to the man. He might have to save you, woman. She got all the answers now, but she can't even figure it out about this little white boy, this little Spaniard, Victor. She can't even figure that crap out. She ain't got no clue. Oh, Victor just Mr. Angel, but this man is manipulating the goddamn hell out of you. Damn. Man, listen, man. Listen. I mean, it just bothers me when women be like that. You know what I'm saying? But then the next person, you know what I'm saying? They you treat them like they just, just a gift to women. But Victor is manipulating the hell out of you. You'll get manipulated. He's using you. Okay? You're a setup. That's it. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation, man. Let me know, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think is going to happen with Anthony and Amber. They're doing the counseling. It's definitely challenging. It's definitely getting heated with these discussions. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think they're going to make it, or do y'all not think they're going to make it? LJ Smith for Kalua Khan. Let's debate it. Peace. I'm out.